Right, so for today's video, we have one of the more wild updates we've had on a previous video in quite some time. So you might remember a few videos ago, we spoke about a situation where an artist had actually painted a mural on a hair salon. And the whole issue that came from this, that the artist went to TikTok and said that they haven't been paid for their work. More specifically, they said they were owed $5,000. They actually tried suing the hair salon owner, Jess, she was called. And she was actually successful at first, but then it was appealed by Jess, it went to a different judge, and the new judge actually sided with Jess. Now, the artist we're talking about here is Nina's World, a TikToker with 5,000 followers. And like I said, I went into a lot more detail in the last video, but when Nina was talking about this appeal, she said first of all, Jess actually filed the appeal late, and then also lied and gave, false evidence. According to Nina, Jess showed proof that she had paid Nina previously, but it wasn't for this work specifically, and she is saying that the judge just kind of overlooked this. And also because it was filed late, apparently Nina didn't have the chance to reply in the way that she would have wanted to. Now, I do think it's important to note, which you will already be aware of if you've seen the last video, but Nina doesn't show emails or much proof throughout these videos. It is just kind of like Nina talking to the camera and explaining it from her point of view. I guess one thing that we saw that works in Nina's favor is there's a lot of reviews on Flamingo Lounge hair, this is what the salon's called, on Google, talking about the fact that they haven't paid people for work, and these reviews were actually made months before Nina posted her video. But either way, we ended that video by saying, I wonder if we're going to get a response from Jess or Flamingo Lounge hair, right? Now, we do have an update to this whole situation. It's not necessarily an update in regards to a response from Jess by any means, but it's a response that a lot of people were talking about in the comment section of my previous video. I didn't think it would happen, if I'm being honest. But for this to make sense, let's actually look through one of Nina's previous videos to see the work that she did, right? So we can actually see here, this is Flamingo Lounge hair before the mural was done. Nina kind of shows how she's planning it. She also did some work in the interior as well, like painting and whatnot. You can see kind of the stuff that she was doing here. So again, that's the outside of the building, and if we skim a little bit further, you can see she kind of starts working on the sign. This is Nina here actually working on it. There's the sign up top, and then we can actually see the mural a little bit further on. We can see her signatures there. This was a big part that a lot of people were annoyed about in the last video, is that they actually painted over Nina's signature, just completely got rid of it, even though she did this work. But either way, let's carry on with the video, and as you can see, this is what the mural looked like. And this is where we get into the updates, right? So an Instagram account called Highland Park Neela has actually posted a few posts talking about this situation, giving further updates. Now, the first one was this one right here, where we can actually see the mural has changed, right? It's a lot more blocky now. It just kind of looks like paint just over on certain bricks. It's a lot more random, right? If you pay attention to how this one looks, and then the one that Nina did, obviously, the one Nina did does look better. So when I first saw this, I thought maybe they were just thinking because of this whole situation and all the backlash they're getting, they thought, fuck it, we're getting rid of the mural. But if we actually look at the caption of this post, it says, update on the Flamingo Lounge. Got word the business mural got tagged up and the owner got LAPD to have a cop car in front of the business. There's also a second picture attached here that shows that there is a cop car outside the business. But as it said in the caption, apparently the store got tagged, right? And at this point, we didn't actually have an image to see what had happened. All we can see is that they've painted over it now. And like I said, there was a lot of people who commented on my last video talking about tagging the store, right? And for the most case, people were joking, being like, oh, if that was me, I would tag the store. I reckon there was also probably people who definitely weren't joking. But I really didn't expect it to happen until I saw this picture right here from a couple of days ago, where we can see the Flamingo Lounge with some text on the mural that says, it's giving exploitation, pay your artists. And I believe this is Jess, the owner, looking at it in the picture. The caption on this does say, owner of the Flamingo Lounge looks onto a message sent to her about not paying artists and stylists that have done work for her. We can actually see by this picture as well, by the way, the mural had also already been painted over. This is actually different to both the versions of the mural that we just looked at. And we do kind of get a timeline of what had happened later on when we look at Nina's new video. And basically, the mural that Nina did got painted over. Then someone's tagged it here, and now it's been painted over again. Now, obviously, this does beg the question, who did this, right? Nina has said on her TikTok account that it strictly just wasn't her who did this. But I would assume it has to be someone who is either close to someone who was affected, or maybe it was a former staff member who was affected. Because in Nina's previous videos, she had claimed that there's 15 people involved in a situation who are owed money from Jess and the salon. Now, one thing I will say on that note is, well, first of all, obviously, I'm not going to condone someone going and writing over, a business wall or anything. But for the person who did do this, I would hope it wasn't someone who wasn't either directly affected or knows someone who was directly affected, because again, we don't have all the details yet, right? So I hope it wasn't just based on a TikTok video, because obviously if we do hear further information later that is more on Jess's side, right, that doesn't look too good, does it? But if I had to guess, right, if someone's going to go out of the way to do that, I would assume it was either someone who was directly affected or someone who knows someone who was directly affected and has heard more about this situation. In fact, in the comments in this post, there is a comment here that says, glad this is getting coverage. She allegedly owes a lot of artists a lot of money. To which someone has actually replied to this saying, no need to say allegedly, it's facts. My daughter is a hairstylist that worked for her and didn't get paid. To which the original commenter said, as a journalist and as someone who respects media ethics, saying allegedly is required to protect oneself from libel, and this woman is allegedly litigious. To which again, the person who says her daughter is owed money has replied saying, I know, just wanted to give confirmation that's her MO. And this doesn't seem to be the only person who is recently voicing their opinions either, right? Because I saw this video by a TikToker called Katie's Page, and she's kind of like talking about the situation, and one of the top replies is from a user called Finn, who said, oh, just wait until you hear how she treated all of the hairstylists who worked there, me included. To which someone replied saying, spill, and Finn replied saying, I'm going to. Now, going over to Finn's page, which is called The Punk Stylist, there is a new video kind of talking about this. Now, the actual story time isn't up yet. This video is mainly just Finn saying, like, do you want a story time? I will say I was trying to look for some proof to see, like, if Finn definitely did work there, and I can't say for 100% fact, right? But if I go down Finn's TikTok account, we can see that Finn used to have, like, this, like, short ginger hair, as you can see in some of these thumbnails here. Now, if we look back at one of Nina's original videos where she sees, like, the grand opening of the store, and she's talking about how, like, all of these people have been affected by the salon and, like, owed money and whatnot, there is, like, two people in particular that I feel like kind of look a bit like Finn, but I am literally just basing this on looks, and it's not based on fact at all, right? So I do just want to say, this definitely doesn't prove it, but it's just something to mention. The picture isn't the best quality, so it's hard to tell, is what I'm trying to say, but I thought that was worth mentioning. But either way, let's actually take a look at Finn's recent video kind of saying, do you want a story time?
Okay, so I decided that I want to share a story time of my experience with the Flamingo Lounge. It's super juicy, and I don't know how to make a long story short. I basically just tried to film part one and that shit was almost 20 minutes long. I don't know how y'all like be filming yourself talking and like not say too much, because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, now I'm like overthinking it. I don't know if any of you guys like even care to listen to me talk for 20 minutes, and I didn't even share the whole fucking story. I don't know. Let me know. Should I post it? You guys want to know? You guys want to know the tea? Because there's a lot of tea, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, it is just kind of a video of Finn saying, do you want to see the video of the story time? And the comments are saying that they do want to see them. Literally, all the comments are saying that we want to see it. It might happen, it might not, who knows? Now, Nina has actually posted a new video kind of talking about this whole, like, tagging situation, where she goes into a bunch of details, kind of gives the timeline of, like, the mural being painted over, and then finding out about the tag and whatnot.
Okay, I finally am having time to reply. Sorry, I've been slammed, but the saga continues. So, several days ago now, I don't know how many days, Jess painted over my mural with this kindergarten Easter mural, okay? So that was the first update here. And then this picture got sent, it's a screen grab from an Instagram post, basically, that says, Jess called the cops and had a cop posted up outside her salon. Which then I get this picture sent to me of somebody painting this over. And I was like, that's weird. They switched it again. Not so easy to do what I did, huh? Sorry. Gotta troll. And then we get this the hottest update yet. Someone tagged the freaking mural, hence the later cover-up or whatever.
Yeah, so obviously, like, from the pictures, the reason the police were there was because it got tagged originally. But either way, Nina goes on to give her thoughts on the whole situation, says stuff like she wants this picture framed.
It's giving exploitation. Pay your artists. Dude, you guys are fucking crazy. This is insane. That's Jess over there. This picture is like my modern day Renaissance picture. I think I might frame it. Anywho, mural, so then they do the other cover up. Obviously, the signage is still here, because if that goes away, there's no way Jess can get anyone to paint the sign up there. So I'm assuming this is what it looks like now. Again, I'm piecing this together from what I've been finding online and text and stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean, look, whoever did actually write on the mural, I assume, I mean, if obviously it's found out who it was, probably is going to face some legal consequences with it, because it'd be graffiti, right? So I don't know how exactly that would go. I assume it would obviously like change between like states and whatnot as well. But yeah, I was just shocked when I saw this, because like I said, there were some comments like talking about it in my last video saying like, oh, someone should go and do this. I really did not expect it to happen. But clearly from what we're seeing here, there's a lot of people who have claimed very similar stuff for not getting paid who have been affected by this salon, right? We've got Finn, who was talking about like being affected by this and wants to make a story time. We've got someone commenting on an Instagram post saying their daughter was affected, right? There's multiple people here who, well, apparently there's 15 people, as Nina said in the last video. There's a lot of people who are saying that they are owed money. And again, I do want to make it clear though, we still haven't seen like any concrete proof. All we have is what people are saying. Now in the comments of this video, someone has commented saying, for legal purposes, say you didn't tell people to do that / didn't ask them to do this. And Nina's Worlds actually replied saying, oh, 100% did not for both. I haven't been in HLP since this all went down last September and haven't asked for this at all. TikTok, we doing work. Now, other TikTokers have also given their thoughts on this since this kind of all happened, right? Like Katie's page, who we mentioned earlier, has made like an updated video talking about this and giving her thoughts.
What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? I don't know if this is the owner. Her hair color doesn't look the same as the pictures that I saw of the owner on Instagram.
Yeah, I believe it is the owner, right? I don't know 100%, but Nina said it was the owner when she was talking about it. On the caption, it said it was as well, so I believe it was.
Honestly, this is hilarious. As a business owner, I can kind of be empathetic to this only because it would suck. It would absolutely suck to like come in first thing in the morning and see this. However, if you would have just paid the artist, it'd never be happening, babe. It would never have happened.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine the reaction to that, right? If you just came into work and then saw that, like, what would be going through your head at that point? Now, interestingly, I have just looked on Katie's page, and Katie, as she was just saying there, is a business owner, right? So I was curious, like, what business? Turns out, hair salon, right? Many videos here, like, kind of like dyeing people's hair and cutting people's hair and whatnot. So, yeah, this is coming from someone's opinion who actually owns a hair salon, I believe.
And quite frankly, the only reason that I'm feeling empathetic at all is because I'm like putting myself in those shoes of like waking up and having to deal with that. However, I would also never be in that position because I would never stiff somebody on $5,000 worth of fucking work. But seeing her look like this, And the fact that there's somebody in my comment section and people in the comment section of Nina's original videos talking about how much they try to charge for booth rent, like they're charging $2,400 a month for 4 days a week, and y'all couldn't cough up $5,000. Oh well. Oh well, at least you can paint over it. Go ahead and paint over it white and do your own fucking murals from now on.
So yeah, that's Katie's opinions, and I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below of this video and everything that we spoke about, the original situation, this newest update. Like, give me all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, probably one of the more wild updates we've had to a video in recent time, but yeah, like I said, let me know your thoughts. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.